Bonjour, deuxième session. J'espère que j'aurai moins de pertes de paquets que pour le jour 1. J'ai fait quelques ajustements dans les réglages. J'ai remonté un peu le son de mon micro. On va y aller tranquillement pour le jour 2. On verra si on arrive à le faire aujourd'hui. Je n'en suis pas sûr. On verra le temps que ça prendra. On est parti. Huitième nuit de cauchemar d'affilée. Mais il y a une lueur d'espoir à l'horizon. J'ai l'adresse de Maliaged, ce qui signifie que je n'ai que quelques heures à attendre avant de la revoir. J'ai vraiment besoin de lui poser des questions sur le lac, après tout. Je serais un auteur négligent si je ne le faisais pas. Cela me rappelle que je devrais aller voir Mosley et essayer de lui en dire plus, de lui en faire dire plus. Exact. Le jour précédent, nous avons été sur la scène de crime, nous avons dessiné le motif du lac, nous avons récupéré de l'argile et nous avons trouvé une écaille de serpent. Nous avons une photo du meurtre, une photo de Mosley quand il était jeune, un carnet de croquis de notre grand-père, non de notre père d'ailleurs, il me semble, j'ai un doute, et un bon cadeau. Bien évidemment, tout ça nous servira à un moment ou à un autre. Nous allons commencer par lire les informations du jour dans le journal.
Times dated June 19th, 1993. A front page article describes the most recent of the voodoo murders. Gabriel scans it but learns nothing new. The article reiterates that the voodoo aspect of the crime is faked. Gabriel shivers. It looked real enough to him. Elsewhere, there's an article about the history of Jackson Square, called the Plaza d'Armes under French rule. It was used for executions, firing squads, hangings, even impalement and breaking on the wheel.
Sympathique.
Yikes! Of course, these days, it's mostly a hangout for tourists, street musicians, and local artists. Gabriel also scans the Aquarius horoscope for the day. Chances of a dark star rising on this day. Do not trust your instincts.
I feel a dark star rising, all right.
Alors, on a débloqué quelque chose dans le journal. Je ne sais pas quoi. Nous verrons. On va commencer par la tasse de café.
Good coffee.
Alors Grace. Tiens,
Gabriel can't see a way to use that.
non, on peut pas lui montrer. Alors on va lui poser des questions.
Got a minute, Grace?
What's up?
Où en sont tes recherches?
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
You won't get far questioning me about it, Sherlock.
C'est vrai, la recherche était juste sur l'adresse de Guide. Maria Guide.
Do you know anything about snakes?
Doing a family tree, Gabriel?
Very funny. I mean real snakes, you know, scaly, cold-blooded. I would have thought you'd find them empathetic.
Mm-hmm.
Ça fuse.
I know very little about reptiles of any kind, and prefer to keep it that way. I think there's a book on snakes around here somewhere, though.
Okay, thanks.
Exact, on l'a lu la veille. Alors... les mondes des serpents. Rien de plus? Est-ce qu'il y a un autre mot?
Gabriel leafs through a German-English dictionary.
Mittag means midday, noon.
Passionnant. On n'ira pas très loin ici. Allons voir l'inspecteur.
I'm out of here. Try not to sell out the store while I'm gone.
Uh-huh.
Ça a l'air de se passer correctement au niveau du débit pour l'instant. J'espère que la qualité de stream sera correcte. J'essaierai d'augmenter la résolution la prochaine fois. Si tout se passe bien.
Can I bother you again, officer?
What is it this time?
Mosley.
I'm here to see Detective Mosley.
He's in his office. Go on back.
Une petite question sur toi.
Tell me about yourself.
Who, me? I'm the desk sergeant, Frick. Why?
Frick?
That's right. You got a problem with that?
Not at all.
Allez, blabla.
Hey, nice precinct.
Think so, huh? That's peachy. That means more to me than you could know.
Ok. Allez, on passe. Plus tard.
There's a temperature gauge on the wall near Mosley's office.
Ne brûlons pas les étapes. Ah, ah, ah.
Detective Mosley. Hard at work, I see.
Yeah. What is it, you wanker?
Wanker, carrément. Ok, bibliothèque, micro-ondes, fenêtre, bureau, Classeur. Classeur. Bureau.
Mosley's desk has more growing on it than his head.
Et ça c'est quoi? C'est rien. Mosley.
Can I ask you about some stuff?
You're the writer. Ask away.
Alors, comment ça va?
Tell me about yourself.
For the book?
Sure, why not?
Okay. What do you want to know?
How do you like working on the police force?
Are you kidding? You know I love being a cop. And Narlands, it's the best place in the world to be one.
Ok. Il est en pleine forme. Plein de fun.
How's your home life?
Oh, real funny night. Why don't you just bring in some freaking salt? You know Annie left me. My home life is shit.
Right. Sorry about that.
Ok, donc là c'est le chaud et le froid. Alors les loisirs.
Got any hobbies?
Yeah, making your life miserable.
I'm serious. Don't you shoot or chew or something like that?
No, I'm a freaking ballet dancer. Jeez. Yeah, I was #1 at the Louisiana State Fair Marksman Contest. I play trumpet, too. You know, put your lips together and blow.
Ok. Whatever.
Just tell me anything at all.
Remember how we used to play monkey in the middle? Man, we used to piss off our senior year teacher. What was her name? Oh, Miss McKelly. You'd act like you were gonna toss her an eraser or something, and then you'd throw it to me over her head. And we used to do it at your grand's, too, like with the remote when she wanted to watch her soaps.
Yep. And it was a great way to pick up women in the library. Ah, those were the days.
Bon, a priori, ils ont grandi ici,
Oh, nothing. Never mind.
tous les deux.
Sure, no problem. Okay, anything else?
Les photos.
I got those photographs you left for me.
Really? Great. What'd you think?
Astonishingly lifelike.
Yeah, that's what I thought. You got any more ideas for photos for the book?
A cop author photo might be nice.
You and me? Together?
Why not? Of course, you'll have to try to tone down your masculinity.
Well, okay. I'll call the police photographer. Franks, come in here a minute, would you? And bring your camera.
À quoi ça va servir? Oh, à part la faire venir.
What did you need, Detective Mosley?
We need a picture, please. And make it a good one, eh, sweetheart?
Sure, sweetheart.
Say chintzy.
Elle est venue directement avec l'appareil.
Was there anything else, Knight?
Je vais vérifier mes
Hold on a
cheveux.
sec while I go check my hair.
Good God, Knight. Make it fast.
Là, son bureau, le porte-courrier,
There's
ramasse.
nothing of him.
Ah, c'est dommage. On va plus tard, hein. On va monter le thermostat en attendant. Allez, chauffe, 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 chauffe.
Would you just get in here? Hurry up, would you?
Okay, ready.
Thanks, hon. Let me know when you get them developed. The photos, that is.
Yeah, sure.
Anything else, Knight?
Ah ouais, je veux bien une photo avec elle.
How about one of me and Officer Franks?
Gee, I don't know. Franks? Just kidding, Franks. You want to get me fired for sexual harassment night?
Well,
Yeah, ha ha. Now is there anything else, or can I let this lady go back to her desk?
Pour l'instant, ça va.
nope, that's about it.
Great. Thanks, Franks. Hey, I made a rhyme.
You're astonishing, mostly.
Don't call me that in front of the lady, wise guy. Thank God I can take this thing off again. Damn, it's hot.
Voilà, il a chaud, il a viré sa veste. Il va falloir qu'il sorte pour récupérer ce qu'il y a
Okay.
dedans.
Anything else?
Les meurtres.
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
Lots? Can you be more specific?
Le nombre de meurtres.
How many murders have there been so far?
7 murders have so far been linked to the voodoo murders case.
C'est beaucoup.
The first murder occurred about 8 weeks ago. The MO is the same in each murder. Lake Pontchartrain was the 7th.
Describe the crime scenes.
Well, there's the corpse itself, minus the heart. Around where the body was killed, we find marks and flour and blood.
De la farine.
There are traces of wax from candles, red and black. Ordinary wax candles, so the lab reports. Also blood and feathers of chickens, and goat's blood. And plenty of the victim's own, of course.
Ok, mais la farine, je vois pas pourquoi.
Do you know anything about the killers?
At least 20 people attend the killings. We know this from the variety of footprints found at the scenes.
Footprints.
20.
Aren't those as good as fingerprints?
Can be, but we'd have to have a suspect in custody first. And the suspect would have to match one of the few distinct prints we have. Most of the footprints are smudged, trodden over, unreadable. These guys are so casual in their expertise, it's maddening. Like they know we'll never find them.
Ou alors il s'en fiche.
What kind of evidence have you found?
No fingerprints, a few bare footprints. Found a few fibers, but not many. The weirdest one was leopard fur.
Leopard fur.
Oh là, oh là, oh là. J'ai peur de ce que ça sous-entend chez lui.
What's the coroner say?
The victim's heart is always ripped out of the chest and missing. We haven't located a single one of them.
Lovely. Any idea what they do with them?
Don't even want to know. Also, the coroner says some of the victims had heart attacks before the incision. Literally scared to death. The knife wounds are consistent with a long, narrow, wavy-edged knife. Probably a ritualistic dagger.
Heureusement qu'elle meurt avant les incisions. C'est mieux. Et les victimes?
Know anything about the victims?
The victims are all out-of-towners. We still don't know why.
Any witnesses?
Nope. There's never been a single witness.
À
No
part
one's
20.
even heard a disturbance. It's damned weird. Like they just don't want people to see. And so nobody sees nothing.
Oula, allez, oh, 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 t'es flic, hein. Reste réaliste.
Oh, nothing. Never mind.
Sure, no problem. Okay. Anything else?
Les serpents.
Do you know anything about snakes?
The only thing I know about snakes is that I don't like them.
Trying for a real estate job with that coat?
No? Are you trying out for a janitorial job with that hair?
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
You and me grew up here together. You tell me. It's a pretty nice place, even seeing the stuff I see, you know. The Carter's getting a bit too wild, though. Getting hard to control. Not quite what it was when you and me used to hang here, but... Hell, I've never known anything else.
Allez, passons au motif.
Do you know anything about the patterns around the bodies?
Yeah, weird, huh? All 7 victims had those marks around them. We've got all the marks on file, but we haven't figured out what, if anything, they mean.
Bizarre. pas plus que du sang de chèvre.
Can I see the other 6 patterns?
Sure. People like that kind of stuff, don't they? Might make the book seem more mysterious. Go talk to Officer Franks. Tell her I said you could see the file.
Ok.
Have you ever called the hair club for men?
I'd rather have no hair than your hair, Knight.
I picked up this scale at Lake Pontchartrain.
Yeah? What makes you think it's related to the murders?
Well, it was at the crime scene.
Sure. Must be the only snake in Louisiana, all right. That voodoo snake. Christ.
I'm gonna hit the road.
I'll
Ciao,
be
baby.
back. Il s'est levé un peu comme un robot. Franks.
Excuse me, officer.
Yes?
You know, that uniform looks great on you.
Uh-huh. Is that a compliment, or are you asking to borrow my dress?
It's a compliment.
Well, you just never know around here. Thanks, but I'm married.
Ça devrait pas le déranger, mais bon. On va arrêter là. Par contre, la traduction dress, robe, elle a un uniforme, donc c'est un uniforme.
Can you get a file for me?
What file would that be?
The Voodoo Murders file. Detective Mosley said I could see it.
Really? Well, if you said so.
Et elle ne demande pas confirmation. Il aurait pu dire non, c'était pareil.
There it is. You can look at it all you want, but don't leave this area with it, okay? And no photocopies either, I'm afraid.
Of course. I understand completely.
It's the official police file containing the partial patterns from the voodoo murders. The folder is marked with the warning, not to leave the police station. Gabriel opens and reads the police file.
Donc ça, c'est ceux que j'ai déjà regardé. Non? J'ai du mal à comprendre. Tant pis.
Don't leave the room with that file, please.
I'm done.
Yeah, thanks.
C'est l'heure du tour de magie.
Mosley, my man.
It's you. God help me. Are you hot? Man, I'm hot.
I'm always hot. C'est quoi ça?
That doesn't seem to work.
Ah, il y avait rien.
Can I ask you about some stuff?
You're the writer.
Photo,
I got those
photo.
photographs you left for me. Let's take another cop author shot. I don't think we got your best side.
Really? Franks, come back in here with that camera. I hate to put my coat on. It's so damn hot in here. But a picture's a picture.
D'accord, il
Now
met
what,
sa
sir?
veste à chaque
This
fois.
clown wants another picture. You don't mind, do you?
Of course not. What else could I possibly have to do? Ready? Smile.
Anything else, Knight?
Je vais me recoiffer.
Hold on a sec while I go check my hair.
Good God, Knight. Make it fast.
Just want to check this machine here.
The bulletin board is littered with everything from wanted posters to flyers.
Would you just get in here? Hurry up, would ya?
Okay, ready.
Thanks, hon. Let me know when you get them developed. The photos, that is.
Yeah, sure.
Anything else, Knight?
Tu me préviendras quand elles seront développées. Enfin, je parle de tes photos.
Nope, that's about it.
Good. See ya, Franks.
Uh-huh.
Thank God I can take this thing off again. Damn, it's hot.
C'est pas par là le porte-manteau. Allez,
Okay. Anything else?
c'est l'heure du deuxième tour de magie.
How about getting me some coffee?
Coffee? You want coffee?
Should that surprise you?
Nah, you've always been a caffeine addict. It's just that what we got here hardly qualifies.
So I'm desperate.
It's your stomach. I'll get you some when we're done talking.
That long?
All right, I'll go now. Don't touch anything while I'm gone.
Oui, promis. Je suis quelqu'un de confiance, moi. Allez, c'est parti.
I think I'll just borrow this badge.
Hey, what are you doing with my coat?
Nothing. I thought I saw something crawling on
Moi,
it.
j'aurais dit que j'admirais la
Just drink
qualité.
this.
Thanks, tons. I mean it.
Bien, je crois qu'on a enfin un live sans saccade. Bonne nouvelle.
Okay, anything else?
Oh, une petite insulte.
So how do you find anything in this office? It looks like a war zone in here.
Hey, I get my job done. I'm a detective, not Betty Crocker.
Non, on va pas lui montrer tout de suite le badge.
I have that photo of you graduating from the police academy.
Oh yeah, my mom loves that one.
I'll let you get back to it.
Later, Knight.
Bon, on va pas perdre de temps. On va rendre les documents.
It's too late to return the file.
D'accord. Bon, bah, si vous le dites.
She probably wouldn't cooperate.
But I wouldn't mind trying.
Allons-y. Oui, d'accord. On On a loupé l'occasion de les rendre. Mais ça arrivera. Je crois que je viens de zapper une chose ou deux.
It's not going to look any better somewhere else.
Ah, je croyais qu'il y avait quelque chose dedans. Ok. On a deux choses à faire. On va d'abord aller au musée.
Welcome, my friend. Hello. I am the proprietor, Dr. John. If you have any questions, I would be happy to assist.
Great. My name is Knight, and I'll probably take you up on that.
A street drummer has settled outside the museum. The voodoo shrine is filled with items that both fascinate Gabriel and also make his skin crawl.
Will that look sacrilegious?
Ah oui, la croix en entier.
This coffin is so small.
A flyer advertising Magenta Moonbeam, a local voodooienne. Her parlor is on the corner of Orleans and Dauphine.
Je suis sûr qu'à l'époque, ça devait pas être évident de repérer ça. Alors...
It wouldn't be much of a voodoo museum without a voodoo doll.
Ok.
A very large, very formidable looking snake is secured in a plexiglass cage. A beaded gourd is on display.
Could I ask you a few questions?
That is why I am here.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
Historical voodoo, or the voodoo currently practiced in the city.
Do you know anything about snakes?
Ah, you have perhaps noticed the museum snake, Mr. Knight? They are beautiful creatures. Do you not agree? And the tourists seem to associate them with voodoo.
Tell me about yourself.
Me?
Yes, if you don't mind.
What is it you wish to learn?
Why did you open a voodoo museum?
The subject has fascinated me all my life, and I wanted to help preserve the cultural heritage it represents.
What are your own religious beliefs?
My beliefs are too personal and too complex to discuss with a layman, Mr. Knight.
What kind of background in voodoo do you have?
Let us just say I cut my teeth on it, Mr. Knight. It is in my blood.
Do you do anything besides run the museum?
No, the museum does not make me a rich man, but my material needs are simple. I prefer to focus on my one true interest in life.
Just tell me anything.
I am originally from the West Indies myself, you know.
Really? What brought you to New Orleans?
I was drawn here for personal reasons.
Actually, I can't think of a thing.
Then let us discuss something else.
Tell me about current voodoo.
Many people think of voodoo in terms of magic spells or gree-gree. That kind of practice is actually called hoodoo and is only a part of true voodoo. Voodoo, the religion, has a strong following in New Orleans. In fact, it is growing quite rapidly. There are several voodoo churches or temples in the city, and others all across the United States. African Americans see it as a tradition all their own. Whites, and there are many in the religion, are attracted to it because they think it is exotic. I personally am more interested in the history of voodoo. Some of the new movements are copying Haitian or even African voodoo, but it is the voodoo of New Orleans that I find so intriguing.
Tell me about historical voodoo.
Very well. I will start at the beginning, Mr. Knight, and will go on from there at your prompting.
Sounds good.
As you may know, voodoo is a grassroots religion, formed by the mixing together of many different African tribal religions and Anglo religions, such as Catholicism or Protestantism. In other words, it is a religion born of the African slave trade. But African slaves were imported not only by the United States, but also into the West Indies, where the French and Spanish ran plantation islands. Prior to 1803, the New Orleans area was owned by France. The French Creole in those days owned many African slaves, but the Creole did not permit their slaves to gather, giving no chance for voodoo to breed here natively. The Creole also knew enough about the corrupted pagan practices of the West Indies slaves to ban the importings of slaves from that region.
So how did voodoo come to New Orleans?
After the Louisiana Purchase, American legislators relaxed regulations. Slaves were permitted to gather. The Americans also removed the ban on West Indies slaves. Around the same time, a slave revolt occurred in Santo Domingo, what is now Haiti. Between the lifting of the ban and the Haitian revolt, West Indies slaves began pouring into New Orleans. Some of them were free people of color, freed or escaped slaves. Some came with their white owners who were fleeing from the revolt.
A flyer advertising magenta moonbeam.
Do you know this woman?
Magenta Moonbeam, yes. She is a local voodooian. There are many of them in New Orleans. They often do business selling gris-gris, telling fortunes, providing luck, and occasionally misfortune. I often refer those who seek a deeper experience with voodoo to her.
Perhaps Gabriel should learn more about the scale before showing it to anyone.
Bien, narratrice. À vos ordres.
Does this mean anything to you?
I cannot say that it does. Please, do not touch the drums. They are authentic.
Authentic what?
Drums. Do not touch them.
It's an electrical switch.
Il va se faire engueuler.
What does this do?
Turn that thing off.
Oh, sorry.
We have air conditioning, you see.
Yeah, I see.
Ok, ça énerve le serpent. Intéressant.
Gabriel has no interest in the noisy fan at the moment.
Goodbye, Dr. John.
Goodbye, Mr. Knight.
Bon, c'est sûr, on coupera en deux la session. À
A
quoi
sign
ressemble la
on the front
résidence?
door of Magenta's home reads,
Le 22.
Attuning with the spirit realm, back on June 22nd.
Hey, Grace, here I am.
Oh boy, party time.
Party time. C'est la fête.
Got a minute, Grace?
What's up?
WhatsApp. Pas de recherche. Très bien.
What do you know about voodoo?
I've told you all I know. Sorry I can't be more help.
What else can you tell me about New Orleans?
You're the native. Don't ask me.
Tell me about yourself, Grace.
What do you want to know?
Just tell me.
I came to New Orleans because I'd read so much about it. I thought spending a few months here would clear my head.
Ok.
Nothing, I guess. Never mind. Done anything interesting lately?
By your definition, no. I prefer it that way.
Ok. Alors plus tard.
I'll be back later.
Have fun.
Allons voir Maria.
May I help you?
Alors, c'est là qu'on va gagner du temps.
My name is Detective Mosley. I'm here on police business.
Really? How interesting. Wait here. I'll inform Miss Getty. Miss Getty will see you. Right this way. Miss Getty will be down shortly.
Salut Obi.
Thank you.
Le micro n'est pas très fort, on va l'augmenter. C'est mieux comme ça. Alors. Ok.
What can I do for you, detective?
Eh bien, on va parler de meurtre vaudou.
Undoubtedly proof that there is a God. Mind if I ask you a few questions, Miss Getty?
I assume that's what you're here for, detective.
Ah bah, on est Gabriel Knight.
Excuse me, but your eyes are really distracting. I don't think I've ever seen a color quite like that brownish gold. It's so deep and rich. Man, if I could bottle that, I'd make a fortune.
Thank you, detective. That's an interesting observation, though probably not relevant to your case.
A good detective never knows what might be relevant, Miss Getty.
Then you must be truly exceptional at your job.
Allons à l'essentiel.
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
The murders? Only what I read in the papers.
And what do you read in the papers?
I'm sure you know much more about it than I, detective.
Tell me about yourself.
I suppose I don't really have a choice. What do you want to know, detective?
Do you have a husband, boyfriend?
I'm very independent, detective. The women in my family have always preferred it that way.
So you've never been married?
No, and I never will be.
What about children?
Yes, that is likely. Someday.
Do you have a career?
A career? Being the head of the Getty family is a 24-hour-a-day job. We have many holdings and many responsibilities, financial and otherwise. The management of our business affairs and properties leaves me with time for little else.
poor little rich girl?
Believe it or not, Detective, wealth does have its price.
Les intérêts.
What kind of things interest you?
I don't have a lot of free time, but I do appreciate the arts. Opera, symphony, ballet, fine art. If you look around, you'll see that we collect African art, for example.
Yes, it's very beautiful.
It is, Detective. It means a great deal to me.
I wouldn't know where to begin.
As you wish, Detective.
Can you tell me anything about what happened out at the lake?
I wish I could, but I've never seen or heard anything unusual at the lake, and I do spend quite a bit of time out there.
I can't help noticing that you're in incredible shape, Miss Kitty. Your legs are so strong. Do you work out at one of the clubs by the lake?
Well, Detective, I do enjoy physical activity.
Lui aussi.
Oh, me too.
Actually, I was referring to swimming and modern dance. I can't say that I do much exercising at the lake, though.
Ah, well, it was worth asking.
I think this has gone on long enough. You're not really a detective, are you?
Who, me? Well, I am on this case, Miss Kitty.
I saw you at the lake yesterday. I thought you must be with the police since you were there, but you don't act like a police officer. Besides, I'm rather certain that the other man said his name was Mosley.
All right, you caught me. I'm not with the police. My name is Gabriel Knight. I'm a writer working with Detective Mosley on a book.
Well, Mr. Knight, now that we've established who you are, perhaps you can tell me the real reason you're here.
Well, I am researching the book, and I thought you might have seen or heard something at the lake.
I don't like liars, Mr. Knight.
Okay, you're right. I really just wanted to see you again. You can be mad at me if you want, but I swear I've never done anything like this before.
Mr. Knight, you've lied about your identity and wasted my time with meaningless questions. If it weren't vaguely flattering, I'd really be angry. You're lucky I don't call the real police. I think you should go, Mr. Knight.
Malia, wait. If you just give me a chance.
I've wasted enough time. I'll have Robert show you out.
Au revoir.
Show Mr. Knight out, please.
I most certainly will.
Thank you very much. I had a lovely time. Ah, shit.
Bon, on a avancé. Il faut être patient. Gabriel Knight a toujours ce qu'il veut. Les roses.
Gabriel didn't come here to mess with the plants. The windows are made of thick, heavy glass. The only thing Gabriel can see inside is even thicker drapery.
Alors, on va retourner au centre-ville. Et on va aller voir le marchand vaudou.
Hello.
Hein? Non, on ne va pas la draguer.
Bonjour, Monsieur Walker.
Bienvenue, Madame Casano. Comment ça va? How you be feeling today?
Well, I'll tell you, Mr. Walker. I'm certain someone's buried a sleep knot bag somewhere near my steps. I haven't slept a wink, not in weeks.
Now, don't that beat all? I'll need some easy night candles then, huh?
Do you think that would help? I do hope you're right. I said 3 rosaries this morning for Our Lady's intervention.
Rosary good, sure enough, but you burn them candles too, boy, you gonna whip any no-sleep gree-gree, I tell you for sure.
Very well, Mr. Walker. Put them on my account and send them around to my house. Oh, and there's another thing. I didn't catch her at it, but I know. Mrs. Lefebvre put stomachache powder in my tea at the last meeting of the Creole Grand Dame. I've been in misery.
Now you put 9 pins
Misery.
up in the little box. Add a pinch of graveyard dust. Put it up under her front post step. That'll turn the trick back on Miss Lefebvre, and she be the one with the bellyache. I got the pins of dust right here if you want them.
If the Blessed Virgin will grant me her protection, I'll be safe from these practitioners of evil.
Oui, madame. Though, don't hurt to be proactive neither now, does it?
Naturellement, monsieur. Merci beaucoup.
Mais non, madame. It's nothing. Au revoir.
Au revoir, monsieur Walker.
Très important les sous-titres du chien. D'ailleurs, ils l'ont appelé Dog. Ils se sont même pas cassé la tête à le traduire.
The sign says, Special St. John's Eve Lagnia. Free bottle of lover come back to me oil. Or master gambling oil with every purchase over $50.
Lagniappe. My French is lousy, but everyone in New Orleans knows what that means. A little something extra.
Ah, on a débloqué un truc. Alors, Willy.
Hi there. Is this your store?
This the Dixieland drugstore. And I own it. Me. Name's Walker. Willie Walker.
Oh. Les meurtres.
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
Caprice encore.
What did you say?
Nothing. Them killings have nothing to do with my shop, monsieur.
What did you mean when you said Caprice encore?
I didn't say that.
You did. I heard you say it.
You heard wrong, monsieur. I said no such thing.
That customer of yours, the little old lady.
Customer?
The woman I saw in here, Madame Casino, you called her.
I don't talk about my customers to men who come in off the street.
What can you tell me about St. John's Eve?
It's the biggest night of the year in voodoo.
What goes on exactly?
I couldn't say.
Ce qui se passe à la Nouvelle-Orléans reste à la Nouvelle-Orléans.
What do you think of New Orleans?
I live here all my life, me.
Can you tell me what you know about voodoo?
This is a novelty shop, monsieur.
Do you think I'm stupid? This is a voodoo shop. Look at all this stuff.
These is novelties, curiosities. If people want to think they magic, it's not my concern, you know?
Do you know anything about snakes?
What kind
Professeur
of
Snakes.
The kind they use in voodoo?
Pythons, boas, so I've heard.
Really? Do you have one?
Are you crazy? What would I want with a python?
Non, c'est pas ce que j'aurais dû faire. Alors, on va le faire directement comme ça.
Do you know anything about snake scales?
I got some snake root and snake powder, but I order them wholesale. I don't handle snakes. I don't like them at all.
It's nearly as old as the one at St. George's. The entire shelf is stocked with containers of High John the Conqueror root powder.
I don't know what that stuff does, but I don't like the sound of it.
The poster advertises a voodoo play from last fall.
Ok, alors là je commence à sécher un peu. Cabris encore. Juste quelques babioles. que j'arrive à savoir où elle habite. Peut-être le lendemain.
It's a mannequin wearing a crocodile mask. The mask appears to be made from a real crocodile head. To get the mask, Gabriel would have to buy it.
Et j'ai pas les sous. Alors...
I knew you'd miss me, so I came back.
Really? I forgot you were gone.
Où se trouve le scénario?
Got a minute, Grace?
What's up?
Parfait.
Could you do some research for me?
Sure, what?
Madame Cazenou.
I need you to look up a Madame Casino.
Madame Casino? Is she related to the murders the same way your friend Malia Getty was?
Grace, Casino's at least 70.
As if that makes a difference to you. Okay, I'll see what I can find. Anything else?
I can't think of anything. Do you have any idea what Cabri Sanko means?
No. Sounds French, though.
Et les masques d'animaux.
Do you know anything about animal masks?
I'd rather not hear about your sex life, Knight.
What can you tell me about St. John's Eve?
St. John's Eve? Never heard of it. Must be a local custom. New Orleanians love to party.
C'est pas bête. Il y a une étagère où il y a un dictionnaire. Mais ça, on s'en servira plus tard. Le monde des serpents. Et la poésie, mais je pense qu'il n'y aura rien de plus qu'avant. Non, on a déjà lu. Je pense qu'il faudra trouver quelque chose de précis.
Gabriel is carrying a scale he found near the crime scene at Lake Pontchartrain.
Non, Cabriex encore, c'est du français. Et le problème, c'est que nous, c'est un dictionnaire allemand. Non, on va retourner voir le musée du vaudou. Lui pourra nous répondre.
I'll be back later.
Have fun.
Avec lui, on va avancer un peu.
Hello, Dr. John.
Glad you could return to us, Mr. Knight.
Could I ask you some more questions?
Of course. I also find our dialogue stimulating.
Cabris encore.
Do you know what Capri Sanko means?
I fear my French is not all it should be.
Il
Mr.
ment.
Knight.
C'est pas grave, c'était pas en jaune. Vu que le remaster nous dit à quel endroit l'histoire
What do you know
avance.
about the voodoo murders?
The killings in the newspaper. I know they have nothing to do with true voodoo in New Orleans.
What can you tell me about St. John's Eve?
It is one of the important ceremonial nights in voodoo.
Bon, ce qui est sûr, c'est que je finirai pas la journée sans cliquer là.
What happened when the West Indies slaves got here?
They brought voodoo with them. The native slaves were more than enthusiastic about embracing it. Among the first meeting places were the Bayou St. John and the shore
Tiens,
of
tiens,
Lake Pontchartrain.
les rives du lac.
The early voodoos were heavy snake worshippers, worshipping the one they called the Great Zombie.
Do you know anything about animal masks?
I used to have some antique African totem masks, but they were on the point of
Eh oui, il a
disintegration,
parlé de zombies
so I removed them.
parce que l'origine des zombies, c'est le vaudou.
Tell me more about historical voodoo.
By 1817, the voodoo activities were beginning to cause fear among the white slave owners. An ordinance was passed to forbid slave gatherings except in designated public areas at designated times. The time was Sunday afternoons, and the place, Congo Square. The slaves and free people of color gathered. Of course, they also continued to meet in private for the real thing.
Tell me more about historical voodoo.
There were a variety of kings and queens at first. This was a voodoo queen named Marie Laveau. Marie Laveau ruled voodoo in New Orleans for many years.
On avance.
Tell me about Marie Laveau.
There were actually two Marie Laveaux, mother and daughter. Most people thought they were the same woman. Her continued youth added to the mystique. The original, the mother, was also known as Widow Paris.
Tell me more about Marie Laveau.
The Laveau tomb, where one
La tombe.
or both of the Maries are believed
On
to
va
be
débloquer
buried,
le
is
cimetière.
in St. Louis Cemetery number 1. It is a popular shrine for practitioners and tourists alike.
C'est là qu'on va
myself
avancer.
take tours through the cemetery on a regular basis.
Really? Do you have any running this week?
No, but the cemetery is open to the general public as well.
Goodbye, Dr. John.
Goodbye, Mr. Knight.
Le cimetière Saint-Louis.
Odd-looking marks adorn the Laveau tomb wall.
Sur la tombe de Marie Laveau.
The wall doesn't work that way.
On peut pas parler au mur.
It's a piece of brick.
Alors, le carnet de croquis. J'invoque le carnet de croquis sur le mur.
I want a copy of these strange marks.
Voilà.
The marks are reddish in color and remind Gabriel of crosses. They look like they've been here a few days at least. Looking at the series of crosses, Gabriel can't help but think they have a pattern and meaning he is not comprehending. This is the tomb of Marie Laveau, Voodoo Queen of Narlands. No way! Something might answer. A plaque on the tomb reads, Laveau.
Mosley and I used to switch street signs, but this is really sick.
Effectivement, ça serait un peu cinglé d'échanger les plaques.
A plaque on the tomb reads, Laveau.
Oui, c'est écrit un peu plus. Ce tombeau d'inspiration grecque marque l'emplacement supposé de l'endroit où cette célèbre reine vaudou a été inhumée. Mais bon, les Anglais n'ont pas le droit de savoir ce qui est écrit. Vers le tombeau, tombeau, tombeau. Par ici. Mais qui voilà?
The imposing tomb is elaborately labeled Getty. An angel draped dramatically over a stone plinth marks the entrance to a large tomb. Two enormous vases flank the front of the Getty tomb. Gabriel looks at and in the vases, but he doesn't see anything he wants to take.
Alors, il y avait un autre tombeau, j'ai l'impression. Par
I don't
ici.
need to go
Ah,
visit the family tomb today.
d'accord, donc il y a la tombe familiale plus loin. Mais surtout... Sentinelle, c'est pas une sentinelle. C'est un jardinier. C'est même pas le Ghost Rider.
An old man tends the cemetery with movements akin to a slow drawl.
C'est le gardien. La traduction est vraiment pourrie.
Hello there. Got a sec?
Go ahead. These folks ain't in no hurry.
Cha 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 cha.
Tell me something about St. Louis Cemetery, number 1.
You know why the dead are buried in tombs and not in the ground, don't you? The water table's too high. Them coffins will float right out of their graves. Ha! Them dead will go floating right down into the Dakota. Of course, if it were Mardi Gras, nobody'd even notice. It's a historical place. People buried in here from the Civil War. Back further, too. Take a look around. You'll see.
Alors, Marie Laveau.
Do you know anything about Marie Laveau?
Sure. She was the voodoo queen of New Orleans, a powerful voodooian and a powerful sorceress. Believers still come to her tomb, you know. They write secret marks on the walls, leave offerings. Then there's the tourists. They come out of curiosity. As a matter of fact, that big Dr. John fella from that voodoo museum, he's here at least once a day. But Marie Laveau's tomb isn't the only one the believers visit and make markings and leave offerings at.
D'abord, Cabris encore.
Do you have any idea what Caprice Encore means?
Nope, can't say that I do.
You said there were other mock tombs?
Yep, I've seen bull hearts left on tombs and a nest of vulture feathers, plates of peas and congreve, animal parts, human parts even, it looked like. Male parts, if you get my meaning.
Clin d'œil, clin
This is
d'œil.
one of the great family crypts, mind you. Odd how them types just pick a spot and stick to it.
Eh bien, on avance.
Do you know anything about snakes?
Snakes? I see snakes around here all the time. Most of them aren't poisonous, of course. I don't mind snakes myself, but lots of folks are afraid of them.
C'est juste dommage que ce soit toujours affiché en jaune quelles sont les bonnes questions.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
They say it was part of an old religion from Africa, brought here by slaves.
Il a pas l'air d'être un expert en serpent, mais ça coûte rien d'essayer. En revanche, je vais lui montrer les autres. Les autres indices.
Nope.
Nope. La photo du meurtre. Mince. Hop.
Does this mean anything to you?
Jesus, Mary and Joseph, son. Don't be showing that kind of thing to me. I'm an old man. I'm liable to just keel right over on you.
Sorry.
On va lui montrer les motifs qu'on a eus sur le lac.
Does this mean anything to you?
Nope.
Alors les autres motifs serviront à rien. Et le code.
Does this mean anything to you?
Sure, I see them marks all the time on the tombs. Don't know what they mean, though.
Bien, on a suffisamment avancé dans le cimetière. Allons voir Dr. John, qui passe tous les jours au cimetière.
Glad you could return to us, Mr. Knight.
Parle-moi du code, que tu vas dire que tu ne connais pas.
Do these symbols mean anything to you?
No, they look like nonsense to me. Where did you get them, if I might inquire?
I saw them scribbled somewhere. Just graffiti, I guess.
I see. By the way, I forgot to warn you, Mr. Knight. The local cemeteries are quite dangerous. Buggers, vandals. I would avoid
C'est une
going there
menace.
alone if I were you.
Really? Thanks for the advice.
Pas de petite musique?
Could I ask you some more questions?
Of course. I also find our dialogue stimulating.
Pas de nouvelles questions.
What exactly is hoodoo?
Hoodoo refers to magic folk traditions of the South. Hoodoo is a bastard of voodoo. Many of the Gree are similar, but hoodoo does not have the religious aspects of voodoo.
Thanks a lot.
Ok.
Bye now.
Come back again.
Pam, 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 pam.
I knew you'd miss me, so I came back.
Really? I forgot you were gone.
Like I haven't tried.
That doesn't seem to work that way.
Ouais, il lui faut parler directement.
Got a minute, Grace?
What's up?
Marie Laveau.
Do you know anything about Marie Laveau?
Wasn't she a big voodoo queen before the Civil War?
That's right.
Well, you've just heard everything I know about her.
C'est déjà beaucoup. Qu'est-ce qu'on a d'autre? On va devoir chercher au hasard. Où est la fin de la journée?
See you later.
See ya.
Ah, peut-être que le prêtre est là.
Someone is in that confessional. Gabriel will have to wait. Someone is in that
Non.
confessional.
Tant pis.
Gabriel will have to wait.
Oh, hey! Oh, come back here. Hey!
Ah bah voilà.
Oh, unbelievable. Rotten luck.
Voilà ce qu'il nous fallait. On va devoir aller chercher l'esquisse. Et pour ça, il doit y avoir un gamin quelque part.
Stupid wind. Now I have to start all over.
On a aussi le vendeur de hot dog.
Gabriel can't reach the drawing from where he is. A doobie dog vendor has set up business in the square. He has his nose buried in a paperback novel. Gabriel notices that it is not one of his. Big surprise.
Alors lui par contre c'est un lecteur.
Do you mind if I ask you a few questions?
Yep, I mind all right.
Why?
Because A, I don't know anything, and B, I'm busy.
Oh,
Lui c'est un lecteur. Lui, le bon cadeau, ça peut l'intéresser.
The vendor wouldn't be interested in seeing that.
Pour l'instant. C'est qui ça? Un danseur. Est-ce qu'on peut parler au dessinateur. Oui.
An artist is taking advantage of the fine weather.
Those drawing tools are amazing.
Yeah, they're great for laying lines, angles, circles, you know, anything geometric. It's pretty meticulous, but I prefer it to freehand.
Can you draw anything with those tools?
They're great for ordered, complex forms and patterns, but they won't help me do Monet.
Lui, il va nous servir pour les dessins.
How's it going?
Life sucks. I just lost 2 days worth of work.
What are you working on now?
Just starting another drawing of the cathedral.
Un coup de main contre un coup de main.
Say, do you think there's anything you can do with these patterns?
I'm a student. I don't take commissions.
Oh, sorry.
Ok, on va faire débloquer. Alors, y a personne pour m'aider? C'est peut-être lui le jeune. Ouais.
Can you fit through the bars around the statue?
Got any money?
Nope.
There you have it. No.
You dance pretty well for a kid.
Give me some money then.
I don't have any.
Then don't
Please,
lots of you,
give me
mister.
money.
Do you do requests?
Got any money?
Nope.
Something to eat?
No.
There you have it. No.
Voilà, il a faim.
Can't think of anything at the
Il
moment.
veut un hot dog.
Okay then.
Could I get a doobie dog, please?
Not now. I'm busy.
An unambitious person in the 90s. Amazing.
Ok, il a pas envie de... Il a pas envie de bosser. Et une brique dans sa tronche, il veut. Et si on lui disait que j'étais flic? Ça se tente?
The vendor wouldn't be interested in seeing that.
Je pense que si, mais bon. Alors, essayons le bon cadeau.
I have this gift certificate.
I'm busy.
It's good for $20 at
Voilà.
St. George's Books. Finest bookstore in New Orleans.
Really? I'll have to check it out sometime.
You could take this gift certificate with you. If you'll give me a doobie dog.
A doobie dog for a $20 gift certificate? Sure, here you go.
Voilà.
You wouldn't like a doobie dog by any chance.
Would I?
Non, on donne ça après qu'il ait bossé, pas avant.
Thanks, mister. You got any special requests? Let me know.
Ah, ça coule bien dans les poches. Bah allez, tu vas m'aider maintenant.
You mentioned something about special requests.
Yeah, you got one?
Can you fit through the bars around the statue?
Can I? Just watch me.
Good. There's something in there I can't quite reach.
C'est fou tout ce qu'on peut mettre dans les poches, dans les jeux comme ça.
Can you reach that piece of paper?
Sure thing.
Le hot dog, il était dans la même poche que la brique.
Here you go.
Thanks, kid.
Yup. See ya.
Voilà. L'esquisse pour l'artiste.
This belongs to you, doesn't it?
My drawing. How'd you get it?
Oh, it was a bit of a squeeze, but I hate to see you lose your work. I lost my only copy of a manuscript once.
Well, you saved my butt. Let me know if I can ever do the same for you, hey?
Voilà. Donc on a dit les dossiers.
Is there any way you can reconstruct the whole pattern from these partials?
The pattern is probably circular, and there's some repetition in the elements. Okie dokie. Well, oh, I think there's an area missing. If you could get me any more of these, I'll see what I can do.
Pas de problème. Voilà ceux de ce matin. Ou de la veille
I
au
have
soir.
another one of those patterns.
Really? Let's see. Yeah, this is great. I think there's enough overlap now. I'll give it my best shot. I'll show you what I come up with tomorrow.
Great. I appreciate it.
Le lendemain. Et c'est pas fini. Ils me disent pas de rentrer chez moi.
It's getting late.
Ah.
Gabriel decides to go home for the day.
Et on avance bien. Attiré par les salles de classe, je cherchais là pour conspirer. Mais c'est dans la ville des morts que je trouvais ce que mon cœur désirait.
I'm so glad you could join us today. I've got messages when you want them. I also checked out Casino. There are multiple listings in the white pages. I got the page, but you'll have to figure out the right one.
Great. Thanks.
Now, are you gonna tell me what happened yesterday with Malia Getty, or is it just too embarrassing? Don't tell me you actually got to see her.
All the stars out tonight.
Gabriel, you don't seriously think she's interested. She can have any man in the city. You know, men with bank accounts.
You underestimate the Knight family's tragic poet samurai appeal. When Daddy married Mom, she was the hottest catch in town.
I always suspected there was something fishy in your family tree. But seriously, I think you should be careful.
Meow, Grace.
I'm serious. I don't know why, but I have a bad feeling in the pit of my stomach about this.
It's called jealousy, my dear. And you're right, you should be jealous of Malia Getty. As should every woman on this planet.
I just... never mind. I'll just fix these books. Your life is in your own slippery little hands.
The point is to get it into somebody else's hands. And soon.
Et voilà, on va sauver jour 3. Du coup, peut-être à demain pour la suite.